हाफिज को केक पसंद है. Free terror-in-chief celebrates. But it's not all fun and games because this villain only has one job. Target and bleed India. The world watching in horror as Pakistan does a sajda for Saeed. Top terrorist back in top gear. This will mean more terror attacks. This will mean more hate rallies. This will mean everything India despises. Thank you, Pakistan, for your true colors.
Thank you indeed, Pakistan, for all your true colors that we've seen in the last few hours, because Pakistan's terror envoy is a free man and openly patronized by the Pakistani establishment. The butcher of 2611 has upped the ante, upped the rhetoric after yesterday's threat to India. Pakistan's terror envoy, Hafiz Saeed, has reiterated that he will wage jihad against India. In a public speech, the 2611 butcher has vowed not to let up in fighting Kashmir's case. Clearly, Pakistan patronizing the terror chief and its duplicity on terrorism has been exposed once again. Yesterday, he was released from house arrest after a Pakistani court order. Indian government has responded to Hafiz Saeed's threat to foment violence once again in Kashmir. Home Ministry sources have told India today that the recent statements by Hafiz Saeed yesterday and today are simply a re-articulation of his terror agenda, and Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India. Such statements have been repeatedly made in the past, and each time they have received an appropriate and resounding response on the ground from the people as well as law enforcement agencies. Let's go straight across now to India Today's Hamza Amir joining us live from Islamabad, also Executive Editor Gaurav Sawant live from the national capital. Hamza, what are Hafiz Saeed's plans? Is he going to be addressing rallies now? You know, he's already had a chance to say at least twice that he's going to, wage jihad for Kashmir, the usual stuff that one can expect from him. But what's on his agenda for the next few days? Do we have any clarity?
Well, Shiv, we don't have a clarity as for now, only for the fact that Hafiz Saeed is still under security, from the provincial government, and he has not announced any rallies whatsoever as for now. But yes, he has certainly said what he does every time, that he is going to continue what he calls fighting for the Kashmiri freedom struggle, and that is not going to stop. Not only that, he's also went ahead to even call former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif as a traitor, because he was trying to amend ways towards talks with India, and that is why he said he was kicked out of power. So he is making his position very clear, and that is certainly he's always been on the Kashmir issue. That is what he defines Hafiz Saeed in Pakistan. But any near future or even forward-moving movement agendas are not certainly clear at this time, only because he's still under security. There are threats to his life, as Pakistan officials are saying, and that is why he is surrounded by security. They did not want him to move out in the open very comfortably in Pakistan as for now.
Gaurav, apart from the terror agenda, which is, sort of par for the course, that's going to continue. It was continuing even when Hafiz Saeed was under so-called protective custody in Lahore. What are your sources in the government and the intelligence agencies telling you, Gaurav? The mainstreaming of people like Hafiz Saeed means we're probably going to see this guy as a, full-fledged elected Neta in Pakistan at some point soon.
God forbid, that may well be true, Shiv. This protective custody is such a sham. He came out of his house in his Toyota Land Cruiser, went on this big drive from his house to the Jamaat-ud-Dawa headquarters at Chauburzi in Lahore, and rose petals were being showered. In which other civilized country anywhere in the world will you see rose petals being showered on a UN-designated global terrorist? But that is what happened to Hafiz Saeed, and when he entered the Lashkar-e-Taiba, a banned terrorist organization, or the Jamaat-ud-Dawa headquarters at Chauburzi, at Qudsiya area in Lahore, they were chanting slogans against India. India Teri Maut Aayi were the slogans that were being chanted there. And you know, this is where Pakistan says there is no evidence of anti-India hate in Pakistan or in Lashkar-e-Taiba headquarters. But these were the slogans that were being chanted there. Then this terrorist-in-chief went inside that mosque while he was leading prayers. And this is where irony just died, Shiv. This terrorist hit out at terrorism in Pakistan that was killing Pakistan army soldiers. So just today there's apparently been a big terror attack where a senior Pakistan police officer was killed in Peshawar. Recently there was another terror attack where a DIG was killed with some other people in Baluchistan. So while Pakistan remains a terror victim, the biggest terrorist in the world is being showered with rose petals in Lahore.
Amazing. It's really, really amazing. And the continuing mainstreaming of this arch terrorist is only continuing. There's no, no indications that it's going to stop. India has the onus on it to act next. Thanks, Hamza. Thanks, Gaurav, for getting us the latest on that.